Oh, tough. It's working, I think. It might be. Oh, we got video. Nice. Alright. Um. Okay, let's open a new tab. Make that the only tab. And let's get into substance. So, what's good, y'all? I'm Calfani, for those of you who don't know. I'm gonna be doing this stream to kind of do my texturing of Kenji and just kind of show my work as I do it, kind of figuring out how I want to handle the texturing style for my short film, Last One Standing. I have my portfolio up as well if y'all want to check that out. This is the character sculpt that we're gonna be dealing with. Concept art by Oliver Lee. And then the cloth garment simulation by Zoe Kerpics. And so this is the work that I've done so far on it. Here's the concept art, and yeah, I'm going to just kind of be continuing this process now in Substance Painter to try and really figure out the texturing style that I want to go for. I have like my mood board and my ideas, but I really kind of just want to hammer it and knuckle it down. So yeah, that's all I'm doing here today. Mainly concepting, but I have it up. I've already baked, just baked the sculpt I made in ZBrush, and I'm gonna get into it. Obviously, it's a bit arcane inspired, but then a bunch of other kind of films that I tried to pull from. A few projects from, I think the school, the Gnome one. I think they had some films like that. And then this one other school in France, I forgot their name. But alas, here we are. Let's go here. Get these maps running. That. So I can show you what I'm working with. 2001 is going to be the body. 2002 is going to be the mouth, and I have a texture map that I downloaded for this mouth. Mouth, and then this is clothes, which includes a little mouth guard that he has inside of his mouth, and so that's kind of what we're working with. Now, forewarning, I'm not like a super duper professional or anything. I am just, man, I'm still a student, I'm still in school, and I'm trying to figure out and improve and grow, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. Just making sure my controls are good. So I'm using a different setup than I would typically. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, and then I did I did a UV map test on them, so the maps might still be here. But I'm gonna toss those now. Actually, should I? I'll leave them. I'll leave them at the bottom. Who cares? Alright, first thing I'm gonna start with is the skin. I probably don't want to do this tutorial style, like talking about like, oh, this is how I do this, this is how I'm just gonna do it and chill and talk about it. Actually, what I can do is I can talk about the film. That might be more interesting. So this is the film Last One Standing. This is a collaboration between me, Kevin, and Oliver. We're all three of us are co-directing it. It's funny because none of us actually wanted to direct a film, and so it was just kind of like you know, kind of a well, what do we do type thing. And so we were in class together. It was a prerequisite class. We had the whole class to make a film together, and I was working as the tech lead. And it was like a 2D 3D hybrid film. Key focuses on 2D animation, but like 3D environments, and then 3D crowd characters. So I helped with 3D environments a bit, but then I modeled and rigged the character. It's like a little rat. I'll probably post it publicly at some point. I did post it publicly before my account got hacked, and then I just haven't gone about putting everything back up there. But yeah, but I'll get into more of like what the film's about later. Right now, I am testing out the texturing style for the character and like kind of how I want to handle the skin and details like that, because I want to avoid uncanny valley. Yeah. I want to avoid uncanny valley stuff and kind of just focus on the getting it to look nice and still unique, and kind of seeing how I can play with and mess with it. So that's what I'm working on right now. Oh, whoops, not, oh, why is it perma-clicking? There we go, undo, there we go, black mask, paint, let's go to the UVs, I just need whatever's gonna be skin. Whoa, nice. Oh, because I'm doing it by mesh instead of by material. Let me make sure I actually got everything I wanted out of that. Yeah. Oh no, I got the gloves in here too. Alright. Yeah. Use hot net to do it. Wow, delicious, delectable movies. What is that? Is that just a, that's like a bulge in the normal map, I think. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. Oh, am I mirroring? I kind of want to be mirroring right now. I'm not. Alright. Mirror. There we go. I'm gonna switch to a mouse for now. I'm quicker with the setup on a mouse. Oopsie-daisy-ball. Okay, so that's that. Anything else? Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna focus on the skin for now. First things first, I want to fix my lighting setup. Oh, this is soft low and it looks like this. Oh, jeez, alright. And then I'll up the roughness later for like sweat, things like that. I gotta remember to speak loud enough and be close enough to the mic too, because obviously I don't do this regularly, and my mic setup has been worse the past few times. This is an upgrade. So yeah. Oh, I should probably just open chat just in case anyone actually is watching this as I do it. Though I doubt they are. This is mainly for documentation. Like, oh yeah, maybe later this will be cool or something to have. But for right now, I'm just kind of doing it to document my process. Okay, there we go. That way I can glance over the chat occasionally, just in case. Because I don't want to be ignoring anyone if they do show up. Okay, so like what I'm looking when I'm analyzing this reference is that there's like, oh yeah, and this is the reference I use while sculpting it too. So there's a ton of anatomy references just because of how anatomical he is. Working with previous versions, trying to figure out how to fix them. It was a fun process to really do an intense study of anatomy, more than I had done previously. But for now, what I have is that there's a basic character, that's just the base skin. Then we have like all the blush and extra details like that. And then we have like these kind of darker variations that almost look like dirt on the face, but I really like that for just like the character's base, like face tones, to kind of have that darkened areas, and kind of have that more textured look and painted look. Almost like there's pores here because of how, not pixely, but like I know my references are kind of low res, but you know, it's like there's a lot of skin detail and texture in there that's dropped in that I kind of want to capture. And so this little square here is like my texturing references. Yeah, I don't think anything else fits. I obviously want to have like sweat and things like that, but I feel like I can hit on that later, and just kind of make sure everything fits with the texturing style. Because then after this is the test. Then I'm gonna have to get environments that match it and everything like that. So, anyways, that's what we're working with. This is Pure Ref I'm using, by the way, in Adobe Substance Painter. If you didn't know and wanted to know. Puref's free, Substance isn't. I'm not getting monetized. Adobe, leave me alone. Don't sue me. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean up the normal map projection around here, and in the mouth, since my sculpt and my whatchamacallit, my low poly aren't exactly the same. There's no mouth bag on my sculpt, and I guess I'm not sure with the face, but I'll just erase it on the normal map here afterwards, after I'm, gotten all the other stuff done. If I had a higher res map just for the face, that'd be great, but I don't think I will. So I can just manually clean it up. It's really how it looks like it's coming through though, when I zoom out, but maybe that's just, yeah, whatever, I'll leave it. We gotta move on. Alright, skin details. So I have this layer. Here it's kind of like a flat skin. I guess I can focus on the face since most of our references are face references. So I kind of want to just hit like the key points of the face, like where most of the blood's going to be. And that's why I opened that Google tab, because when I am making characters, I am Googling everything. Face color charts. No. Face zone color charts. Yeah, color tones. There we go. Where did my mouse just go? Alright, whatever. Back to the stylus. Oh, my mouse died. That's not fun. Okay, give me a sec. I gotta grab my charger. Okay. There we go. Alright, yeah, let me copy that. Bring that in here just so I can reference that with everything else. Just gonna throw it here for space. Alright, and that'll give me a base that I can work on. And I'll start with a layer that's just that. Pick out my colors. And right now I'm just working with color because I just want to get the color of what I'm doing. No harm in color picking. I can fix it later. Wah, wah, wah. So this is how I'm kind of getting the, just like the different layers of skin that come on to it. Oh. Did I? Oh, I am just like pasting this. I was trying to copy the map or whatever. Okay. Black mask, paint, black mask. Okay. That way it can kind of multiply on top or under depending on how I think it looks best of the character. So I'm going to get a brush now. Yeah, and then it comes down to things like brush textures and things like that. Just a lot of nitty-gritty pieces I gotta pick so I can have it consistent because, you know, you can't have a boxing match with only one character. So there are two characters. They do have to match, and so I do have to know what I'm doing. Which is why I'm doing it now. Kyle's brushes are always cool. I use this one a lot. These kind of appreciate them more. I think I want to go with the watercolor one. Yeah, because I still want the kind of harder edge, but I want it to look interesting. Alright, bet. Size down. And get these regions. Oh goodness. Alright, I'll turn on pressure sensitivity. It's been a little while, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, it's just a very low threshold of what is the highest pressure. Okay. I can go soft on it. Haven't had to be light-handed in a while. I'm just gonna do broader strokes to get the feel. It doesn't work when spending too long on it. It's just concept. And then program switching messes me up. It's ZBrush that lets me hit spacebar to open my menu, right? Yeah, it's ZBrush. Okay, I was hitting spacebar and I was like, ah, crap, I gotta right click. Okay. And then the yellow, we have kind of like on where the brows are and whatnot. A bit into the cheeks right here. And a little on the lips too. Probably keep it lighter on the lips, honestly. And then like a bit on like the chin. A little more hair and whatnot. Yeah, there's a bit of red here. I was like, I feel like there should be. Ah, come on, let go. Let go. I don't know why it does that. Okay. I feel like there should be a little bit here. And then there's a little yellow that combines with that here. Ah, come on, work together, guys. Soft. Okay. Alright, and then we'll hit the blues. Oh, I'm not sure I can hum songs. YouTube doesn't care if you're monetized, they'll still hunt you down. Okay. It's like a cold area where, like, you know, your beard and stuff is. And then they have some, like, under the eyes, which is interesting. And then yellow. Oh, I forgot. My yellow's not on top. I kind of want my yellow on top, honestly. It's my neutral color, so. Yeah. I think I can get away with that much. I might be feeling good, that's all I'm saying. Okay. So this is kind of like a general type thing. I would do it on one layer and smudge it together, but I kind of want to work with the colors individually. But who knows? It's all trial right now. Call this our heat map, because why not? It's where the heat on the face is, the hot and cold and neutral areas, or like, you know, the blood, whatever you want to call it. I call it a heat map, alright? Blend mode, multiply, don't do that, screen. Never mind, we're just gonna normal for now and just lower it. Okay. I do want, because I see what it's doing, so I want, I'm just gonna try out a few things. That's how you learn things, you just try them out and figure them out. Difference, definitely not difference. No, it's having the wrong effect. Lighten, darken. Yeah, it's just making the colors interpret differently, but not really what I'm looking for. Kind of, it adds these areas of interest, definitely. But this might be a final stage thing once I get like the texture of the lips and everything down. Because once I bring it this low, it's like, alright, what's the point? Set it to past. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as normal. Might be wrong though. It's close. Not the same thing. Yeah, this is not what I want. So, seems closer, honestly. But even at 100, it doesn't show what I want. It's kind of strange. But, hard light. Oh, wait. What did I change it? It's wrong? I think I do something like this, and then I tone down like the yellow. I think that'll look nice. Because I do like how it, goes out where like, hair would normally grow and things like that. Okay, and then I have those hand painted in darker areas that, I emphasize myself, kind of. Let's close heat map for now. Without, no shot, this is soft glow. Okay, yeah, it isn't, okay. Well, it's not the soft glow I was referring to. I was like, no way, it's way too bright in here. And I'm gonna have dramatic top-down lighting, so I'm like, I might just... I don't know. I don't want a texture like this, but like, maybe something like this. So we can get the shadows on his face and everything like that. Yeah, I want his nose to be red or red, but not... I'll have to play with it some more, but I think I'm just gonna smudge a little bit on these. Or I might just pop a blur filter on everything, honestly. For now. Whatever. Blur. Here we go. This is at 15 right now. Let's turn it off. What? Huh? Normal? What? Oh, I'm so confused. Am I gaslighting myself? Okay. Normal. showcasing it normally. Oh, did I mess with the paint of each one? Okay, so my... Okay, wait, what am I blurring here? The blur intensity at 0 is still... doesn't show when I turn blur off, it shows. And it shows a bit of the yellow. Okay, yellow's there. It's not an issue. It's just doing this. It was an accident before. Okay. Interesting. We'll just handle it this way for now. To kind of like soften some of the edges. I feel like yellow would just take up the space everywhere else, but I won't try to push it. Flying high. The storm noise in the background, by the way, is to cut out my mic is making a weird sound. I hate to draw attention to it, but I am saying it now, so well. My mic's making a weird sound, and so I'm trying to cover it up. I'm gonna delete this. This is ugly. Go away. Should never invited you. Okay. Alright, and then we can go back to hard light, bring that down to like 15. Honestly, what if we brought it up 24? Then we put the skin up. So this is usually supposed to come on top of the skin, on top of the heat layer, like this, and I'd paint like a heat layer for the entire body. Let's say I set this to normal 100, then I would multiply the body on top. Not in the slightest. Okay. Would I hard light this? No. Or I would take this and I would lower this. Okay, and that. Okay, if it's doing what I think it's doing, which I could be completely wrong, but I should be able to get subsurface scattering with the lighting. This is kind of like why I wanted to work with like a preset material and build on top of it. But hey, we learned. You're probably like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? Doesn't he do all these other characters? All right, look, let me just do this so real right now, right? Where are my guys? There we go. None of these fools have subsurface. This is, I painted a bit of like red on the nose, a little bit of stuff on the lips and things like that, and like had it on a slight overlay layer that was very slight, but like we're not going super detailed. There's no subsurface on this, bottom line, on any of them, not one of them. Okay. That's all I'm saying. This is what I've done. Well, this is not all I've done. This is the best I've done. About to take this old man off soon. But you know, we're learning, okay? So don't be like, wow, what a failure, bro. I'm trying, all right? Look. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. I want to dampen this yellow a bit though, because he's already kind of yellow. So pushing the yellow more isn't really gonna help too much, I don't think. Except I guess it'll make his skin feel. Should I stop it or should I push it in more areas? Let me check this out real quick first. It's a new day. Let me get the names of these brushes too, so I can remember them for later. What is your name? Who are you? Foolish samurai warrior. Okay. So the skin brush is Kyle's real watercolor edge painter 1. I just need to be able to reference this later, and I don't want to watch the live stream, rewatch the live stream I just did to find it, so I'm just writing it down. Yeah, don't mind me. Okay, there's that. Let's get into some of the darker shades, because I do want to mess with like how I'm treating the skin tone and some about things like that, because I do have like these emphasized lines on his face that I want to play with. Close the heat map. Put another layer on top. Actually, let's duplicate the past layer of this one. And we will, yeah. See, if I literally just duplicate the same layer and it multiplies on top, it's makes him super, makes him shiny and yellow, but it also kind of makes him shiny. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I like that it makes him shiny. Honestly, okay, just out of curiosity, if I push this more red, will it make him look fleshy underneath? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay, so look how it reacts to light. Look at the, so the light hits hard here, and then next to the light you see the, oh, is that what hard light means? That's how it responds to hard light? So that is subsurface scattering, right? I just want to make sure. That is subsurface scattering, right? Okay, obviously I have to paint a heat map for the rest of him too. I can't just make it red. But this pushes me in the rightish direction in terms of what I can do. The shorts aren't connected because they're going to be cloth simulated, but the waistband's probably going to be skinned to the character. So that's why it looks like that. Don't worry about that. That's on purpose. Okay, I'm kind of excited. This is nice. I do want him to look better and bruised and not like posh and pretty though, and having like perfect rim, almost rim lighting on his chiseled abs is doing that. So I need to grime him up a bit. So I think honestly I'm gonna create a folder for base skin. I'm gonna do an base skin overlay, base skin, come on, underlay, put here to here inside of that, close that, and then create another layer for skin grime, kind of. I want an internship because I want to see how studios handle this and whatnot. I don't want to look stupid when I show up and they're just like, "Why do you do it that way?" I just have to be like, I learned a bit of substance in school, but I'm mostly self-taught, so you know, you're doing it wrong, and I gotta be like, "Oh, sorry." But yeah, just getting cry. Anyways, actually, let me just, because when I add this on top, it kind of covers up how things blend. I guess I could change the blend mode to hard light. See how it, like, reacts to the light. You can kind of see it. Okay, what if I just do color? Hard light, what if I bring it down? Yeah, it kind of desaturates a bit and washes out. I just want to make sure my layer is working how I want it to before I start painting on it. Yeah, something like this, specifically grime, I still want the skin underneath, but I still want the points of emphasis. And I say grime, but I'm talking about like areas that are almost going to be like like here, you could call this grime or you could call this a permanent shadow, and that's kind of like what I want to recreate. I'm about to take a 5-minute water break, honestly. I have not yapped this much in a very long time. Whoa, and the YouTube screen looks so much more saturated than what I'm working with. Like, the saturation on this is way better. Let me look at my screen settings for, like, what I'm dealing with here. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Display? No. Color. Okay. See, what does that mean, though? Like, this one looks nice, but, like, what does that mean, color presets? This looks like when they, like, tint your screen yellow. I guess this is neutral, and this is, like, tinted blue, maybe? Or this is neutral, and this is just different tints of yellow. Direct. Okay. Well, direct is overexposed. That's what I go for. And for y'all, it doesn't look the same. It looks all the same. Okay, so it's how my okay, so I'm gonna try to match it to what YouTube is displaying, because this is how it's probably gonna be seen on other screens. This is close, but it's not exact. I feel like the color's almost like bleeding. It makes the light shinier, but it makes the colors match. Okay, you guys might just not be seeing the exact same colors I do, and I'll have to test the colors on display. This is something good to know about, I guess. That the colors don't look the same for me and for y'all. Yeah, this was not what it was. This is so desaturated. I'm changing it again. Oh, you can't even see when I'm editing the color sections. Okay, I'm learning new things. Don't worry. This is a learning experience for us all. Alright, I'm gonna do it this way because it's closest, even if it doesn't look like it. That was the default. Man, color management is crazy. What a chore. Actually, can I set this to my camera? Thank you. That way I can edit the light when I feel like it. reincarnated with love. You think Kendrick will sue me? No, Kendrick wouldn't sue me. Oh, this is so funny. Alright, let me paint it and then I'll play with colors afterwards. But for right now, just gonna see what I'm doing. Let's pop that all the way up. What color am I painting? Am I painting on the map comes and then I paint. I've dealt with this before. Alright, gotta remember how I dealt with it. So just confirming, I'm gonna change to bright red. Change the blend mode to normal. Okay, yeah. So it's been a while since I had to mess with this stuff. Okay. Black mask. Paint. Okay, and paint is in painting. I didn't think I'd have to troubleshoot. Alright. I know I've run into this before, it's just been a little bit, I forgot. Am I tripping or am I painting? Okay, I'm just gaslighting myself. Alright, I don't have a black or white value to my mask painting, which is annoying. Alright, time to investigate this with my brush or not. You go away. Was something already painted? I painted these. Alright, I can clearly see where the red is. So come here and it's erasing. But I'm an idiot. I was on smudge. Okay. Yep, that's why. Right. Well, now I remember, so when I run onto it later, it was, for anyone who runs into that, it's on the sidebar, it's what tool you're using. I was just trying to use paintbrush, but without selecting brush, so I was just smudging everything. I messed with it, and I was like, wait, am I on erase? And no, smudge. There we go. How long did I spend on that crap? Alright. Reskin. Skin grime. honestly seems like occlusion on it. Honestly. Alright. Then it goes to more like in the orange yellow area, but like brown. This is on normal right now, so I want it saturated a little bit, and also darker. Okay, so now after we go through all the intricacies of skin detail, right? Which, you know, I'm not sure you can call it that, but whatever, we add a little emphasis here. Oh, it's just changing the color. Okay, so it's just a close color. Okay. So what happens when the light changes? It gets harder emphasis. Okay. Alright, let me start playing the skin a bit. And I kind of just want the texture from this, honestly. Oh, great. Alright. We'll see how this plays out. Subdivision surface, that's cool and all. I'll leave it on for now. Ambient occlusion. Maybe that'll be cool. Skin particles. Leave it on. Skin pores. Whatever has the weird blend mode that's making that, though, needs to go. Alright. Wow. Okay. Color. Oh, okay. Is it because the blend mode isn't hard light, so they're tripping about it? Comes down to subdivision surface, but so I guess other layers would override subdivision surface. But you know, I'm not sure I need it with the way I'm texturing. I'm essentially creating my own subdivision surface with the heat maps and the hard light blend. And especially since I'm going to be in hard light the entire damn time, I think the hard light filter, if it does what I think it does, which is react to the light and everything like that, is essentially the same thing. And the look, I like the look better. I do want my skin details though. That's what I'm here for. Skin pores. There we go. Okay. Skin detail. Nope. Base skin. No. Okay. So I'll work with these two. One and two. It's only meant for the base, so... Obviously this is not how I want it to look, but I'm using this as a base. I think I can mess with it from here. I don't see any skin patches at all. Skin pores though. Alright, skin pores covers height, roughness, and color. But the main thing is height. Oh, I can just turn on just height and see how that works. Okay. One mode doesn't really matter. I guess maybe I should reference a real human face too. It might be a great idea. And this is only affecting height. Almost looks like it affects a lot more than height. If I were to add roughness here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to actually matter. It's auto-saving. I want to be able to listen to music when I'm doing it, but I also don't want my stuff to get taken down. Random. Alright. Black mask. Actually, we'll add a white mask and a black. trying to. When did I accidentally get that? See, now I know. Now I don't have to panic or deal with it when it happens again. Alright, where's my soft brush? Go. Okay. Alright, 5-minute water break. BRB. Roll. 5-minute water break. Stretch my legs, get some water, all that jazz. Let me save real quick. It'd be sucky if I didn't. Alright, there we go. BRB, y'all.
bro. I fell asleep.
Extreme. Alright.